From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. U.S. President Donald Trump is hoping separate phone calls today with Russian leader Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky will make progress toward a ceasefire in Russia's war in Ukraine. His effort will also include calls to NATO leaders. Trump has struggled to end a war that began with Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022, a war he has claimed he would quickly settle once he was back in the White House. Ahead of Trump's calls, Vice President J.D. Vance was holding meetings in Rome with Ukraine's president, the president of the EU Commission, and also with Pope Leo. Prime Minister Mark Carney has also held a bunch of bilateral meetings while he's been in Rome and in Vatican City for Pope Leo's inaugural Mass yesterday. One of those later meetings Carney had was with J.D. Vance. Police in Toronto are appealing to witnesses who may have seen a crash very early yesterday, just after midnight, that has torn a family apart. 3 children were killed in a crash allegedly caused by an impaired 19-year-old driver who faces 12 charges after allegedly speeding and failing to stop at a red light on an off-ramp from Highway 401. The driver allegedly lost control and collided with a minivan that was stopped at the light. 3 children, aged 6 to 15, died in the crash, while a 10-year-old, their mother, and their driver friend are hospitalized. An evacuation order has been partially lifted in one eastern Manitoba region that has been hit hard by wildfires.
Officials in the rural municipality of Lac-du-Bonny say crews continue to make good progress battling a wildfire that's forced close to 1,000 people from their home. The fire destroyed 28 homes and cottages and left 2 people dead last week. David Bowles, The Canadian Press.
The May long weekend marks the unofficial start of cottage season for many Canadians, but a report says some who are looking to buy a vacation property are holding back until economic tensions settle. RE/MAX Canada says renewed interest among potential buyers, liking the lower borrowing costs, is being overshadowed by uncertainty from the Canada-U.S. trade war. Carrie Lysenko of online real estate brokerage Zoocasa adds that secondary home markets in Canada could pick up as Canadians pull back from U.S. real estate investments and see Canadian cottage areas as more affordable options. And former U.S. President Joe Biden's office says the 82-year-old was diagnosed with prostate cancer on Friday. Reporter Selena Wang has more.
Biden's spokesperson says the cancer has spread to the bone and that while this represents a more aggressive form of the disease, the cancer appears to be hormone sensitive, which allows for effective management. The president and his family are reviewing treatment options.
President Donald Trump posted on social media that he was saddened by the news and wishes Joe Biden a fast and successful recovery. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Maple Leaf fans are licking their wounds. The defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers eliminated the Toronto Maple Leafs from the postseason with a 6-1 win in Game 7 of their second-round NHL playoff series. Toronto captain Austin Matthews says he's tired of wrapping up another losing season.
We all are. I mean, I think there's 31 teams that go home very disappointed, and obviously we're one of them, so it's not a great feeling.
The Panthers will play the Carolina Hurricanes in the Eastern Conference Final, opening Tuesday night. The Western Conference Final begins Wednesday night, featuring the lone Canadian team still in the hunt, the Edmonton Oilers, against the Dallas Stars. Spencer Torkelson drove in all 3 of the Detroit Tigers' runs to seal a series-clinching 3-2 win against the host Toronto Blue Jays Sunday. And in golf, Scottie Scheffler has won the PGA Championship. Taylor Pendrith of Richmond Hill, Ontario, finished in a 3-way tie for 5th. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.